human resource function has really been focused very largely on the large corporates and the large enterprises. But when you look at it at a country level, the reality is that over 80% of the employment that is provided in the formal workforce actually comes from small and medium enterprises and often from micro SMEs. So it is an area that deserves a lot more focus on what the people challenges are and how do we address them. The fault, I think, the lack of focus lies at both ends of the spectrum. Promoters and owners of SME and practitioners of HR haven't really spent enough time doing that. With that, let me say what I think, and I've worked in a company, my first job was in a company which was all of 500 people and had a turnover of about 300 crores in 1993 and profits of in double digits. And I currently work in a company which is substantively larger and has profits of over 1,800 crores and top line of about 5,000 crores. The one theme I think that unites India, and I don't know how many of you remember the famous Maruti ad, which is Kitna Deti Hai. And Kitna Deti is not an indication of our national consciousness of being cheap, but a very strong DNA of being value conscious. And it is the same value consciousness that I'd like to share as to why I think there is a need to focus on bringing absolutely high quality talent into any enterprise, irrespective of size. And which is that if you look at any research, Indian or global research, it would show you that the difference in output between an average performer and a high performer, the difference in impact and outcome is anywhere between 40% higher to being 200% higher. At the back-end jobs in operations and secretarial and things like that, it is 40% if you're at the front line. And as you move into general management and senior roles, the difference in the outcome is in excess of 150 to 200%. And often I've struggled with this paradigm, which is dogged us in terms of any conversation around human resources has been how much are you willing to pay. And my conversation with my internal business heads is this whole paradigm of pay is a one-sided conversation. The real conversation is what is the upside that you're generating for bringing absolutely high-quality talent into the business. And when you have that conversation, you realize that if you're willing to pay 50% more than what you're currently paying, and you're getting 150% better outcome, then the equation just works in the favor of the company. That it makes sense to pay more, it makes sense and get higher outcomes. This issue around why talent is important, and Dr. Mutal spent a lot of time talking about the importance of talent and how we moved from a situation where people needed companies to companies needed people, is really the same theme. That today there is only one thing that differentiates company A from company B, and that's the quality of its people. And managing and retaining the quality of its people and ensuring that they are excited and invigorated to give their best in the firm, irrespective of size, is is a maxim that just cannot be ignored any further. Whether you're a 20 crore turnover company or a 20,000 crore turnover company, the only competitive advantage that we have is the people that we have in the firm, and are we able to motivate them to give their best every day that they come to work. The second thought, and I'll pass it on, Dr. Muthal, as soon as I finish this, is in the initial brief was, how do you get people as excited about working in your companies as you are? And I'd like to play it back to you. I'm sure there are a lot of first-generation entrepreneurs in this room. People who've been doing something else and then decided to move into setting up your own business and your own company. And if you step back and look at the point at which you made that shift from working with some corporate into moving into or setting up your own business, the journey typically is never about more money. The journey is typically about making a difference, doing something that you find exciting, doing something that you find challenging, doing something that really appeals to your emotion and your heart. And we found at IDFC that the more we spend time aligning people around the larger purpose of the company, what is the reason for existence of this company? The reasons for existence of a company is never to make profit. Profit is an outcome of doing everything else well. But what is the larger purpose of the company? And the more we have been able to hire people right, hire people around saying that, look, this is our larger purpose, the more we are able to reward people for being aligned with the larger purpose, the more we are able to identify the right culture and DNA anchors in individuals as we bring them on board, the greater is the alignment of people with the, in our case, the senior management, and I would assume in your case, the promoters of the company. And that, to my mind, is the single biggest driver of aligning employees with the promoter itself. And I'll drop this with a little story, which is my favorite story, and I've used it earlier. And so there is somebody like Dr. Muthal who is walking down, and he sees a man laying bricks. And he asks this man, "What are you doing?" And the man says, "I'm laying bricks." And he walks further down and he sees another man doing exactly the same job. He's laying bricks. And he asks the person, "What are you doing?" And he says, "I'm laying bricks to build a wall." And he walks down and he asks this third person, same job, laying bricks, "What are you doing?" And that man answers, "I'm building a temple." Now, I'll leave it to your imagination as to which person would have the highest quality of output in the same act of laying bricks.